Stock tip. Best stock setups.
Hi and welcome to the latest episode of Stock Tip Daily Update with me, Marcel Todia. Everything went according to plan yesterday. You see here the markets managed to confirm their breakouts. You see a confirmed breakout in the S&P 500 with mainly average volume, but still it's something. You see a confirmed breakout in the Nasdaq, second day of confirmation, so to say, and you also see a breakout in the IVM, respectively in the Russel 2000. So we are on track with this breakout. It's looking very nice. And if you take a look at the weekly chart in the S&P 500, you see that this week we have a monster candle with above average volume, but mainly a monster candle here with plus 6% alone this week. So if we continue in this rhythm, we are in no time back at our all-time high and hopefully higher. I think it was about time the correction came to an end, but we still have some things to take into account, namely the geopolitical situation still hasn't changed. We are still dealing with the same unstable situation, and the new development in the war or a couple of news titles could see our stock market drastically change from one day to the next one, like it did here. So we opened here. Nonetheless, we are still on track, and I hope we continue to make for the all-time high. Another thing to take into account is that we are now 4 days in green, so we have 4 consecutive green candles. And if you take a look at the intraday chart, we've basically just kept going and going and going and going, and I think a small pullback is inevitable at this point. And on the positive side, you see that we did manage to break out of this descending trend. So we had here a low, a lower low, a high, a lower high, and now we have low, higher low, high, higher high. So we've changed the trend at the moment, and we are on an uptrend. So what is the strategy going forward? The strategy would be, because we are already 4 days up, and small correction at least looks inevitable. I would say 50% long, and wait for the small correction to come. If the small correction doesn't come, it's sad, but to go all in at this moment, I think it's a bit of a waste of money. So you take those setups that you really like, especially in the blue chips category, but don't be going crazy right now, because after 6% in 1 week, respectively 4 days, we also had here 4 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we went down again. So it's possible that we get a small correction here. That's why I think one can never be too careful. Okay, so how did IVM do? Also 4 days up, and also broke out of this the trend line, but we are still below the 208.9. So the majority of stock titles out there are still to break out, but it's developing, and we are bound to align. The DAX moved sideways, so there is a lot of selling pressure in the DAX, but we still managed to hold this ground, and it's consolidating at this point. If it manages further like this, then we could see a final bounce in the DAX also. Euro to US dollar is also moving sideways here in what looks like a ascending triangle, but it might just be the consolidation we were talking about the last few days before the euro to US dollar starts depreciating again and heading for 1.07, 1.06. Also, oil is still in the consolidation phase. I very much doubt that the oil is done consolidating and is ready for the next breakout. I very much doubt it. I think we still will see another week or so of consolidation. Then the same can be said of gold. I don't think gold is ready now. If you take a look at the weekly chart, we have only done the weekly chart until now. I think we are going for the 20 moving average, and the same can be said of silver. From our watch list, there were a couple of more setups that have broken out yesterday. These were, or got confirmed yesterday. These were Tesla. Sorry, I will go back to the daily. So the breakout got confirmed. Microsoft breakout yesterday. Twitter, I don't have to mention Twitter anymore. What do we have more? So Sylvam Corporation went for the breakout. Rely not yet. Nvidia broke out nicely yesterday with a whole lot of volume, but I still think the best setup that is coming our way, or the next big breakout, is going to be in AMD. And why is that? Because of this consolidation. So we've touched the trend line once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, and now not only that, but we've managed to maintain our position here, not go back down again. We've managed to maintain our position, and now we have a small consolidation before the breakout comes, which is very small risk here. So this would be the stop at 109.2 with a breakout above 116, and the first target would be 164. So why am I speaking in such terms of AMD? Why am I holding AMD in such high esteem? Because every time AMD has consolidated and has broken out again, it has managed at least 40%, at least 40% with every breakout, and this is huge. So 40, this was over 50% here, and then came the other breakout here. 43%, and I think in the past a couple of more. So I'll take it from here, 50%, and that's what I was talking about. So every time AMD breaks out, it breaks out with class, with style, and manages at least 40%, and we would be speaking of first target of 160, possibly a lot more. That's why I'm so excited about AMD, and that's why I think this is a definite buy. Okay, so I've given you yesterday a lot of setups. I won't be going through them anytime soon, but I am on the search for a total new set of scans and setups, and you are going to get a couple of them for free. I think this coming weekend. Okay, that's all for today. If you do have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. You will find AMD is also listed on our website, StockTip, as a setup of the week, and I think you're dying to see what I've found for you starting next week. You'll find everything you need to know on our website. Don't forget to check it out. See you next week. Bye.